Mungo and the Spiders from Space by Timothy Knapman and illustrated by Adam Stower. This is a great follow-up book to Mungo and the Picture Book Pirates, which you would have read in Year 2. This is Mungo. Mungo's just been given a book called Galacticus and Gizmo Save the Universe. His mum found it at a jumble sale. It was old and torn and tatty and stuck together with sticky tape, but she knew Mungo would love it, just from the picture on the cover. You can see this is Mungo's bedroom. Look at all the space-themed things that he likes. I wonder if some of these will turn up in his story. Look at this one. I recognise him from another book we've read. Read it, Mum, read it, please, said Mungo that night. And this is the story it tells. Galacticus and Gizmo Save the Universe. The trusty rocket ship Room 101 streaked across the winking, blinking blackness of space. At the controls, Captain Galacticus of Star Squadron and his sparky sidekick, Gizmo. They were taking the gnashing, snashing gobble beast to space prison for eating 2 galaxies and a Mars. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. They've caught him. When suddenly, badoink! We've hit something, said Captain Galacticus. By Jupiter, said Gizmo. It's a gigantic spider's web. And look, said Captain Galacticus, it's coming from that gigantic robot spider. Just then, a voice echoed out of the darkness. Ma-ah-ah-ah-ah. I'd know that crazed cackle anywhere, said Captain Galacticus. It's Dr. Frankenstinker, the maddest mad scientist on Mercury. Wicked Dr. Frankenstinker, who rearranged the stars so they'd spell out rude words. Wild Dr. Frankenstinker, who squeezed all the milk out of the Milky Way just so he could have it on his cornflakes. Weird Dr. Frankenstinker, whose shocking behaviour was blamed on a nasty case of asteroids he'd had when he was small. We meet again at last, Galacticus, said Dr. Frankenstinker, but you won't stop me this time. Soon every Star Squadron rocket ship will be tangled up in a web like this one, and then I will rule the universe. Cut the cackle, said Captain Galacticus, and his rocket ship's blam cannon blasted the gigantic robot spider and its web into tiny bits. You'll never defeat Star Squadron. Blam! It's true. I won't get very far with just one spider, said Dr. Frankenstinker. So here are several million others I made earlier. Well, I never, said Captain Galacticus. 3000 AD is at the time. I really must be going. Not so fast, said Dr. Frankenstinker. My spider army and I are off to defeat Star Squadron. But don't worry, we won't be leaving you all alone and sad. In fact, you'll be tickled pink. Seize him! The next thing he knew, Captain Galacticus was once again held fast in a gigantic spider's web. A gigantic robot spider reached out its pincers to give Captain Galacticus the tickling of a lifetime. "Oh, no! Ha! Ha! Please! Ha! Help! Help! Help!" he yelped. Would Gizmo hear the captain yelp for help? Would she rescue him in time? Would they be able to foil Dr. Frankenstinker's dastardly plan to rule the universe? Mungo couldn't wait to find out. But the last page was missing. "But, Mum," said Mungo, "what happens next?" "Oh, I don't know, darling," she said. "Why don't you make up an ending?" And she left him alone with the book. "Make up an ending?" thought Mungo. "I can't make up an ending." And then something odd happened. As he sat staring at the cover, one of the stars started to get bigger and bigger and bigger until, with a boom and a zoom, the rocket ship Room 101 burst into the room. "By Jupiter," said Mungo. Before he knew what was happening, it scooped him up and looped the loop and swooped straight back into the book. "Gizmo, the sparky sidekick!" cried Mungo. "Quick!" said Gizmo. "I need your help. If we don't get back and end the story properly, Captain Galacticus will be trapped forever and ever. Here, take the controls. I'm going to try and free him from that web." "But I've never flown a rocket ship before," said Mungo. "What does this do?" "Don't touch that button!" cried Gizmo. "Oops," said Mungo. It was too late. Everyone had forgotten the gnashing, slashing gobblebeast on his way to space prison, and now he was free and very, very hungry. "Yummy scrubby in my tummy!" he howled as he gnashed and slashed and gobbled his way through Dr. Frankenstinker's robot spider army. He burped when the last one was gone. "Hooray!" cried Gizmo. "Mungo's done it! Galacticus is free!" "Not so fast," said Dr. Frankenstinker. "Look what I've got here!" What's that? "So it was you who tore the page out of the book," said Captain Galacticus. "Yes, and now I'm going to eat it," said Dr. Frankenstinker, "so you can never put it back. That way you'll never end the story properly and you'll never defeat me. Whoosh! "But that's cheating," said Mungo. "I've got to do something." "But what button do I press?" Mungo couldn't decide, so he shut his eyes and pressed them all. Zwip, wizum, spring, cring, whee! The rocket ship went streaking and shrieking and poinked Dr. Frankenstinker in the bottom. "Ouch!" he yelped and blurped back the page. "Grab it!" said Gizmo. "Ugh!" said Captain Galacticus. "It's all soggy." "Congratulations, Mungo," said Gizmo. "Now we'll be taking 2 dangerous criminals to space prison. You've saved the universe." "And better still, you've given us a proper ending," said Captain Galacticus. "Take the last page. You can sticky tape it back into the book. Then Dr. Frankenstinker will never get his hands on it again." When Mungo's mum came back to turn off the light, Mungo was fast asleep. He was still clutching the last page of the book in which Captain Galacticus was rescued and the universe was saved by a mysterious stranger, the youngest ever member of Star Squadron. The end. And that was another Mungo book, Mungo and the Spiders from Space, written by Timothy Knapman and illustrated by Adam Stower.